installment in the shoot-the-moon career of Kazakhstan's middleweight knockout sensation, Gennady Golovkin. 23 knockouts in a row and counting, 18 of them in title fights. The American opponent, once beaten Daniel Jacobs, has his own streak, 12 knockouts in a row coming in. So to help get you ready for Golovkin versus Jacobs, we're going to take you back to Triple G's most recent ring appearance. Last September 10, in London's sold-out O2 Arena against unbeaten British welterweight title holder Kell Brook. It was an unexpected business opportunity for both fighters. After Golovkin spent months pursuing his holy grail fight against Canelo Alvarez, Plan B was a contract agreement to fight England's Chris Eubank Jr. And when Eubank joined the roster of those who have shrunk from the Triple G assignment, Brook was asked if he might want to take the same deal and move up 2 divisions in weight. Kell Brook instantly realized he had little or nothing to lose, as long as he didn't get hurt. Here's how I called the fight with Bernard Hopkins. Can Kell Brook follow in the footsteps of fighters like Leonard and Griffith? We're about to see as he goes against Gennady Golovkin. There was a full-scale wave of speculation on the web, particularly in America yesterday, on the notion that Gennady Golovkin was ill, under the weather, didn't look good at the weigh-in. He and everyone in his camp says there is no truth whatsoever to that. He feels fine, and to us, he looked as though he felt perfectly all right. Agreed, Bernard?
Well, he looks good now, and he's been who he is. He comes forward, he's looking for shots. To me, if this what a guy look like when he's sick, God knows what he look like when he's well. No, I think he's fine. I think it was just a rumor, and he said it wasn't true.
Stalking much more aggressively than he did early in the Lemieux fight, looking more the way he did against Dominic Wade, trying to get in and land power shots. He takes a right hand from Brook as he's trying to land his left hook.
Brook got some swelling and maybe a little bruise from the left hook, from the right eye, from a left hook, from Triple G. Triple G is setting him up, and if he stay on that rope,
body shot, Brook is in trouble. And Brook reaches out and grabs Gennady Golovkin and gathers him to him after Golovkin hammered him to the liver with a body shot.
If Kell Brook stay on that rope, he will not survive in this fight. He has to fight his fight. Right now he's being overwhelmed and overpowered.
Uppercut by Brook. Left hook brought the crowd alive. Golovkin nodding at him as if to say, okay, I tasted what you got.
Kell Brook is not staying in the middle of the ring. He got hurt. I think he's still hurt. And he has to now find a way to survive this round because Triple G is continuing to put pressure and he's continuing to make his punches count.
Golovkin missed with the right hand over the top. Tapped Kell Brook with the left hook. Brook trying to fire body shots of his own to back Golovkin off a little bit.
Brook has established that jab more than just one punch. He's throwing a jab, Brook, and throwing one punch at a time and going back towards the rope. He must keep Triple G in the center of the ring and try to at least get him some rounds under the belt where he can go ahead and figure it out.
Triple G is #1 in the sport by CompuBox count in landing jabs. There's a good uppercut for Brook. There's a right hand for Brook. And now Golovkin comes back with the left hook. There's a mark outside Golovkin's left eye from the right hand by Kell Brook. 15 seconds left in round 1. Both fighters have made statements.
Golovkin wants Kell to try to get brave and try to be brave because that gives the puncher a bigger chance. Triple G will have a bigger and a greater chance in exchange.
Crowd is happy with what they saw in round 1.
Okay, when you get on the inside, you don't even get too wide. I want to see something up the middle, then outside, okay? Get uppercut, either hand, doesn't matter.
Here's the left. Because of Kell being on the rope, he got it caught with the left to the kidney rather, and he should have been moving, but he stayed there and got hit with a right hand. How to avoid that right hand is not be on the ropes. If he continues to stay on the ropes, this will happen more often.
That was the biggest moment of round 1 when Brook reached out and grabbed Golovkin to pull him to him after the 2 left hands. There's the uppercut that landed for Brook, and there's the right hand, which may be the reason for a small mark outside of Golovkin's left eye. So both fighters are marked from the action in round one. Veteran referee Marlon Wright staying away and creating some distance to give freedom of movement to Golovkin and Brook.
Brook must be active with that jab. He must be consistent with that jab. Not only patient, but consistent. Because if he sits there and wait and take a picture and look at Triple G, then he will receive, and he don't want to be on the end of those punches. He has to be first every time an exchange is being thrown by both men. And if he's not first, I don't believe he can take the power in a long fight with Triple G.
Well, for better or for worse, he's not trying to stay away. Brook seems to have accepted the reality that he's going to have to fight with Triple G. Maybe he wants it that way, and they're trading in the center of the ring. And right now, Brook is getting the better of it as Gennady keeps his hands back.
But he must not get too brave when he get too comfortable, because Triple G is a high percentage knockout punch, but he can't, Kell Brook can't think about the power, but he must think about what can happen as far as knockdown, hurt like he was before, so he must be conscious of that.
Golovkin going to his jab now. Didn't seem interested in jabbing as much in round one. Now jabbing, set up the right hand. And Golovkin landing a series of jabs before sweeping a right hand across Brook.
Brook just threw a nice short counter left hook that caught Triple G coming in.
Golovkin has not been knocked down in his professional career. And he says never in his amateur career either. 350 fights. 1 minute left in round number two.
Brook is waiting to counter when Triple G throws one punch or a wild punch. He's waiting to counter. He's a better counter puncher when Triple G is coming in.
Uppercut by Brook. Crowd comes out of its seats, excited by the uppercut. Brook getting in some heavy shots here in round number two. Golovkin gets in a right hand over the top. But Brook comes back with a four-punch combination. Crowd's getting very excited.
It started with an uppercut. Brook threw a punch, and then he threw the uppercut, and he threw the uppercut again, and then he threw the right hand behind it. He's starting to put his punches together, and if he continue to do this in the later rounds, where he buy himself time, where he wears out Triple G to the point where Triple G is throwing one punch and trying to throw the knockout punch, then he might have something here.
Brook seems to have realized early on that Golovkin wants to put pressure on him, wants to put him in a box, and he's landed effective uppercuts in both of the first two rounds.
Okay, when you get on the inside, you're throwing everything too wide. Okay, I want to see something up the middle, then outside, okay? Get an uppercut, either hand, doesn't matter. I want to see feints too. Yep. Throw a jab, I want to see a feint, see how he reacts, okay? Stop reaching for him. I know that you're trying to get distance.